how to open your third eye and unlock and access Christ consciousness. Before I tell you how to open your third eye, you must first need to understand what the third eye is and what Christ consciousness is. You need to first understand that Christ comes from the Greek word Christos, and Christos comes from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, which means the anointed one. And Christos just means the highest level of spirituality, aka enlightenment. When you look at the definition of what Illuminati means, it means light, light up. And why do you think it is that they're using the all-seeing eye symbol? Because that's representing your third eye. Like I was saying, it's the all-seeing eye of God, and it is also the eye of Horus, your third eye. And as it spirals up your spine, it opens up and cleanses all chakras, purifying the body and mind for the awakened eye. Now that you know that your third eye is the all-seeing eye of God, and it is the highest form of spirituality, Christos, Christ consciousness, you must now know that the Illuminati and the Freemasons literally created all these religion texts and all these Bible texts to hide the metaphysical, quantum, physical codes on how to access higher awareness and higher consciousness. So all these religion texts are all stories on stories that were never meant to be taken literal. They were all just metaphysical codes on how to gain higher awareness. Why do you think it is that Jesus died at 33, the Freemasons degree is 33, and we have 33 vertebrae going our spine? And the Illuminati stole all this knowledge from our ancient ancestors from ancient Kemet. Why do you think it is that they already knew this and they stole all this information? Because they stole all of our knowledge and made it their own. Holy Bible equals Helios, Biblios equals sun book. Jesus is a metaphor for the sun, and the 12 disciples are the 12 zodiacs. As above, so below. Just as our solar system is governed by 12 constellations, our major bodily functions are governed by the 12 cranial nerves that sits around the pineal gland third eye. The reason why the Illuminati and the Freemasons use the number 33 is to remind us that we're spiritually dead and they have control over us in this world. And Jesus was crucified at Golgotha, which translates to the place in the skull. This is Jesus on the cross overlapped into the midbrain. So like I was saying, they're literally saying that we're spiritually dead. And they took this cross and turned it into this cross and put a white man over it. And it's funny because if you're a follower of Christianity or any of these religions, that just shows how spiritually dead and lost you are. And the Illuminati and the Freemasons are laughing at you because you're literally their slaves. You are not aware of who you are, so when you go worshiping these religious texts and these Bible texts, you're really just worshiping the fact that you're spiritually dead and how these oppressors and these colonizers literally have control over your life, your reality, and your third eye. So much so that even after all these facts that I show you about how they're metaphysical symbols and codes, you're still going to remain being blind and being a slave believing these stories. Just because you are afraid of going to hell, failing to realize that you are God perceiving this reality with your third eye, projecting it. But yet you don't know that, so look at you being a slave wagey following these man-made books made by the Illuminati and the Freemasons. Still don't believe me? Well, why does two crosses equal the Freemasons logo? And they use the letter G. For what? For God. Because they're manipulating everybody's third eye, which is God's consciousness projecting reality. They manipulate and brainwash everybody's God's eye to create this reality in this world. And that's how the Illuminati has maintained power for so long. The reason why they do that is because the elites do not have access to their own pineal gland, so they brainwash and manipulate everybody else's to create the world that they want. That's what TV, social media, and phones is for. Television, tell lies to your vision. Predictive programming, prophecies from the Bible. All these things, bro, are not actually what they seem. That's just the government brainwashing the third eyes to create the world that they want us to live in. So these Bible prophecies aren't actually prophecies. They're the government plans of what they want to happen to the world, and they brainwash our pineal glands and deceive us from accepting that that's reality, so then they create it. They play the role of God to make it think like it's God doing all these things when it's really the government depopulating the world. And God literally stands for Government Ordnance Department. Think twice about the God you're worshipping, because they're worshipping in God we trust, and all these mainstream Bibles and religions are all stolen and whitewashed. So the God you're worshipping might not be the God you think you are worshipping, the righteous God. It might just be the devil himself. Here's literally more proof about everything that I'm talking about. They said that God's temple is within you, right? In the Bible and all these scriptures, right? And I told you that the Illuminati and the Freemasons wrote all these scriptures. Why do you think it is that they're talking about God's temple and they use the temple? All these are just symbols describing who we are inside. The God and the Christ consciousness that's within you. Here's more proof. The tree of life. The Adam and Eve story was never meant to be taken literal either. The revelation of self-written in Genesis, the tree of life, is the spine. The serpent entwined around the tree is Kundalini, awakener of our divinity. Eve, the divine feminine within all. Adam, the divine masculine within all. the apple, anything that assists in awakening with self to forbidden knowledge, knowing thyself experimentally as a divinity, as love as one. Like literally everything is made out of atoms and we all come from the Eve gene. Do research on those. And look, the tree of life resides inside. And as above, so below. Alright, so now that you know the power of your third eye and what the third eye is, now I'm going to actually talk about how to actually open your third eye. So first, as your cerebral spinal fluid, Christ consciousness climbs up your 33 vertebrates, aka Jacob's ladder, it meets your 12 cranial nerves, your 12 disciples, which ignites the pineal gland, which is your resurrection, because we're all been spiritually dead. So in the Bible, when it talks about angels falling from light, they're just talking about black people falling from light into their lowest forms. That's why the Freemasons use the number 33, because we fell from 33 dimensions into our lowest form and dimension. We fell from light, the pineal gland, the all-seeing eye of God, the light, the Christ consciousness. But anyways,
those muscles, along with the holding of your breath, would begin to push cerebral spinal fluid right up against the crystals of the pineal gland and applying a mechanical stress.
This is Jim Carrey, by the way.
Then the mechanical stress begins to electrically activate those crystals. And when those crystals become electrically activated, we are turning on the radio receiver in the brain.
For all y'all that waited to the very end and watched this whole video, here is the bonus of this video on how to decalcify and open up your pineal gland. Avoid animal product, dairy, fluoride, meat, negativity, tap water, be positive, be in the dark, drink natural spring water, embrace nature, eat organic fruits, vegetables, get sunlight, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, have an alkaline-based diet, implement yoga into your lifestyle, light candles, incense, sage, listen to high vibrational frequencies / binaural beats, meditate, swim in salt water, lake, ocean, river, sun gaze during sunrise and sunset. Anyways, y'all, that is the truth about the third eye, the pineal gland, which is also known as the seat of the soul and the all-seeing eye of God. Like how my people used to say in ancient times, in ancient Kemet, the eye of Horus. I hope this video opened your eyes and opened your third eye to seeing the powerful truth about the third eye. Hit that follow button and comment below and leave a like if you want to see more content like this and if this video helped you out. Anyways, G West family, I love y'all. Stay true to yourselves and stay powerful. Peace.